Hey guys, Bryceolf here, and welcome to a new series. This series is FTL, or better known as Faster Than Light. This is a sort of real-time strategy, sort of a roguelike. It's just a really fun, addictive game. And I'm going to try to beat it. I make no guarantees, I've only beat it once. And hopefully I'll be able to pull it off. But anyway, we get to choose our ship. I've got a few different ships to choose from. I've got the Kestrel, the NG, Federation Cruiser, which I've just unlocked, I've not used, and the Zoltan Cruiser. However, I'm going to choose the Kestrel, and I'm going to customize my people. First things first, I rename my starting crew based on the jobs they have. The reason I do this is plain and simple. I want to know what job they're supposed to have. So whenever I'm moving people around and that, I don't have to sit there and go, wait, which job was Jax's again? I'll just know. I can look and go, oh, pilot, okay. And this way, I'll know where they have to go without having to highlight over them and waste our time. I'm going to try it on easy. This game is somewhat tough. And here's our starting weapons, by the way. We're going to get the Artemis missiles. It's a standard missile launcher. It only requires 1 power, which is good. It recharges every 11 seconds, and you can fire a missile, but you need to have missiles to fire them. Burst lasers are cheap and effective weaponry. They fire 3 shots. They only do 1 damage, but they are really nice burst lasers. You can get a couple burst lasers, you can really lay some damage. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get our butts in gear. Alright. So, our data is important to the Federation fleet, because the rebels are really kicking our ass, so we've really got to do something. Yeah, Passenger Nebula will slow down the fleet, because they don't know where you went. They lose you. So, let's look at everything here first. This is our fuel. Each jump takes away 1 fuel. These are our missiles, and these are our drone parts. If we have a drone system in place, we need drone parts to put our drones into use. Right now, down here, this is your energy. This is our spare unused reactor energy. Here's our shield energy. Here's our engines. Our oxygen supply. If your oxygen here in the ship goes down, actually highlights them. So yeah, see where that O2 is that's yellow? If that turns red, that has to be repaired immediately. It doesn't matter how powerful you are and how great your crew is. If they don't got air, they die. This is our medical bay, our med bay. If you put people in there when they're hurt, it'll heal them. So if you get people on board, you get boarded by other opponents, enemies, you want to go there and heal, man. That's going to be important to your survival. And over here we have our weapons. Right now they're not powered up, so we can either click on them here, or we can press 1 and 2. We want to target, you just press 1 or 2, or you can click down here. But it's better to know you use your hotkeys. So anyway, let's see. Engines, get your butt in the engine room. Weapons, in the weapons room. And Jack's pilot. You actually get to see his first name. That's kind of funny. One thing we can do, if you look now, with our engineer in there, our evade is now up to 15%. Since we don't need to heal anybody right now, we can knock our evade up to 20%. And that's going to come in handy. Now you see they got all these skills here they can get, right? Well, if you train them up in these, they'll become more proficient, and that means you'll be able to do stuff a little better, a little faster. So you choose jump to move around. As you can see, there's a store here, but we really don't have much money. Stores, you want to go in with as much money as possible because you can find some interesting stuff. And we're going to try to do as many jumps as we can with the fleet chasing us. So we could trade fuel right now for scrap. 6 fuel for 12, wait. It's a refueling station. So I could spend scrap to get fuel. I always misread these things. You'd think I'd know how to do that now playing Settlers of Catan like I have. But anyway, yeah. I'll spend some scrap to get a little fuel. It doesn't hurt to get some fuel early on, so you can coast by. Fuel now and then can run low, and then you can be at the mercy of everything. So here's our next thing. Scanner, there's a large asteroid field. Useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. We can say too dangerous, or we can explore it. If we explore it, we risk getting damaged by the asteroids. But let's do it. Alright, so we got some fuel. So we have a ton of fuel to start. Every game is different. I'm going to ignore the store. I don't have the money to deal with it. I'm going to go here. It says there's a distress here. That means there could be someone in trouble, or it could be someone looking to screw us. You find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hear them helped over by some sort of giant alien spiders. I have never seen this one come out positive. I am going to leave this one alone. Exactly. I don't want to do that. That's silly. That is silly freaking Billy. Let's move on here. And you can't dwell on the past, guys. You gotta be ready. Oh, we could avoid provoking a ship, but to get scrap, you've got to get in fights and you've got to put yourself in there. So let's take them down. All right. You can press spacebar to pause at any point. Looking at what we have here, the enemy has a missile launcher and it's some kind of burst laser. It's like a heavy burst laser, it looks like. And they have no shields. So anything we fire at them, assuming they don't evade it, it's going to hit them. So if you want to pause in between, it's probably the best way to fight. I tend to forget and just fight on the fly, but I'm going to attack their weapons. I want to try to take out their weapons before they can do any serious damage to me. And I'm hoping if they get shots off, my evade is going to work out for me. So here we go. And see down there they're charging? They got first shot. Bam, they hit my... Oh, they hit me right there. Okay. I think I blew them up already, which is good. We are going to want to do that to try to put this fire out as soon as possible. Fire is bad. Let's investigate the station. Ooh, we got a new weapon. We got a firebomb. Not a great weapon. I believe it just creates fire. So you can see, I'll check it out in a minute though. See how our health is going down for being in the fire? We're going to want to just get this fire out as quickly as possible. While that's happening and they're repairing that, we're going to power up our med bay because both of these guys are going to need to be healed up. Now, if we go over weapons, you'll notice right now, his weapons thing has 2 out of 65. That's because he fired the Artemis once and the burst laser once. So every time weapons are fired and someone is at this control panel, they'll get numbers. And if they can get upgraded, they will become excellent, or more proficient at recharging the weapons, meaning they'll recharge quicker, meaning we'll be able to really lay some damage into people. So, let's look at this weapon we got. It's a self-teleporting explosive designed to damage crew members and light fires can target your own ship. It does no damage to wherever it goes, but it does hurt personnel quite a bit, and also starts fires, which, like as I said, it can burn some stuff down. You can also look at your crew in here, and here's our upgrade area. For instance, since I have a little bit of money, I'm going to get one of those and one of those. And I am going to power this up so I now have a evade of 25. I want to get my evade up early so I can train up my pilot and my engine room guy to get extra evade. It's better to dodge an attack completely. And now you're noticing in the background here, this is the fleet coming to get me. If I'm inside this area here, I will have to fight the fleet, and they are very strong compared to me right now. And fighting them gets you no reward except for 1 fuel. You really don't want to fight the fleet. You want to stay ahead of them, but you want to spend as much time in the sector as possible to get as much scrap as possible. So we're going to move forward. See what's in the next area here. What do we got? We have a mercenary. We could hire them to delay the rebels. They could hire them to scout it. Or we could say, screw you, we're going to fight you. Well, we're going to fight you, buddy boyo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a missile into his shields and burst into his weapons. Now the reason I'm using the missile the shields are, missiles pass through shields. Shields block energy weapons, like burst lasers and beam weapons. We don't have beam weapons. Now this thing here they just fired, you see how this is flashing right now like a blue? And down here there's this counter. That means my shields are disabled until that counter runs out. So if there are other, this beam weapon shoots and hits, I'm in trouble. See? Look at that, it just hit me. Now, we have a deal being offered to us. If you're taking somebody down, you'll get a deal. Typically, the deals will give less scrap, but it'll give you more drones or missiles. And I got 7 missiles offered. I'll take that. Just to get some missiles early on, not a bad thing. But most of the time, I'll usually say, to hell with you, surrender's not an option. You're a butt, and I'll go attack that, because that's what I do. That's how Johnny C. do, guys. That's how Johnny C. do. Now, the next jump leads us to nothing. That'll happen. Now, if you look up here, this is Nebula. This will make their range slower, because this range here will get knocked in half. So this next, whenever I jump, they'll move to here, but their range will only be half next time for every turn I'm in a nebula. However, if I go up into the nebula, I'm going to have to come back out this way, because as you can see, I have to go down here to get down to the exit. You can't just do a leap from here to here, for instance. From here to here, maybe. But I'm just going to avoid the trouble and go this way. This game is... Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm going to let you guys read that. Someone's trying to hack us, and they've shut down part of our engines. That means our evade is dropped by 5% for each one they blocked out. We cannot reapply this stuff into the engine because of what they did. So I'm going to do this. And they also have drones. How utterly annoying is that? Because this thing is just going to keep circling and shooting our shields. Which means, well, they only have a missile launcher. That doesn't really matter. Honestly, missiles pass right through, as we've already covered. Alright, let's go down there. And now that I've already taken out their shields and their weapons, I'm not going to use another missile. I'm going to save my missiles for future endeavors. And I'm just going to keep working them like that. And you see my oxygen's dropping. I got to repair that oxygen. You got to keep things going. Now, you also notice my hull's taking a bit of damage. And if that runs out, game over. Man, oh man, there's a lot of ways to die in this game. Ooh, 4 more fuel. Awesome. Alright. I'll even get one more evade, because I'm absolutely bonkers in the kadonkers, because that's what I do. I really should start saving some money up, though. But now I have an evade of 30, and that's pretty sweet. If I jump there, I will have to fight the fleet next turn. So I can't go there unless I'm... Well, I could, but it would be really silly of me to do that. Now we have a choice to aid a civilian ship or stay out of it. I'm going to aid them. Ooh, it's a Mantis ship. Mantis ships are typically red, and they'll typically have a teleporter in them. There's no teleporter here. Mantis are really good at fighting. They have a bonus to their attack. They're going to want to come after you and really do some damage. So, we're going to say, yeah, we're going to take you on and deal some damage. They've got a burst laser and a beam weapon. This thing, they'll want to knock down my shields, and they're going to want this to draw a line of laser damage across my deck. However, I took out their weapon capability before that was a possibility. So by taking out their shields with a missile, it left their weapons wide open. And the Artemis fires every 11 seconds, this fires every 12, so the Artemis will shoot first. So we got fuel, missile, and scrap. Now we can contact the civilian ship. Oh, we actually got something. Normally civilian ships will escape during the battle, but every now and then they'll hang around, you'll get an extra reward, like this, where I got a Hermes missile and some scrap. And let's take a look at the Hermes missile. It's a standard but powerful missile. It requires 3 power, charges every 14 seconds, and it does 3 damage per hit. And it has very minimal fire or breach chance. However, it takes up 3 things. I'll hold on to it for now. I may even put it into work for me at some point, but it's not something I'm really looking forward to using per se. I'm actually going to be saving money now for the next little while because I want to really boost stuff up now that I've got my evade up. I'm feeling pretty confident. Populated sector, which needs to be mass produced for station data. Yeah, sure. A freighter carrying a shipment of my goods is a week late. Yeah, alright. Sure. So, added a quest marker to the next sector, so we can actually find out what happened to their ship and go from there. Completing quests will typically yield a good reward. It will not always yield a good reward. Sometimes it won't matter what you do. It all depends on what happens. There's a certain amount of random chance in everything in this game, and that's part of why I find it so much fun. Now, if I jump here, they're going to be on this one. And that warning will be to there. I should be fine. I should be able to go here and then to the exit. I should be okay. Alright, so now we have a chance of looking your way. You can pay to get past someone, but that ain't happening, buddy boyo. That is not happening. So they got a burst laser, same as mine, I think. I think it's the same as mine. It's a burst laser Mark II, and they've got a beam weapon. Nope, sorry, it's a Mark I, and it missed. See how it missed? Now we hover over our pilot, he got 1 out of 15. Go to our engines, 1 out of 15. So that is them taking their first steps towards getting leveled up. The reason right now I don't trust letting them, there will be times in the future I'll leave enemies' weapons intact. That'll be because I want to try to work up some of their stats, but I only have the 1 shield right now. It's really not worth the risk of taking a lot of damage. It's diminishing returns at the moment. We just need to concentrate on getting as much scrap as we can and just getting ready to... Oh no, well that's not very nice. Okay, here we've got an ion cannon and a beam. That could be dangerous, because this thing takes out our shields. That beam can really rip us up. Oh crap, please take out the weapons. Okay, good. good. They didn't offer to surrender. Normally, this type of ship, the energy fighter will often go, hold on a minute now, we'll give you this, don't kill us. And I'll say, hells to the no, Batman. Bye-bye. Alright, so we got missiles, I got some more drone parts, which are no good to us, I don't think. It's rare I actually install drones on this. Wow! Oh, wow, we got a new guy. Who'd we get? We got an NG. Mr. Booga. Well, Mr. Booga, go over there. How about we read up on the NG? The NG are partly organic, or I don't know if they're partly organic or entirely mechanical. It's well known they make exceptional engineers. Their repair speed is doubled and their combat damage is halved. Yeah, they're not fighters. They are engineers to the heart. Humans are common and uninteresting. Very true. They have no exceptional traits, but they have no crappy traits either. So that's good. We picked up a crew member and we did that. So then we get to go to the next sector. We get to choose which way we want to go. We can go to the pirate-controlled sector. You see it highlights the pathway and shows you which ones you'll miss. Or we can go to the rebel-controlled sector. Since if I go this way, I'm going to have to fight my way through hostile 3 straight in a row, which would be pretty good coin, to be truth be told. I'm going to go this way in case I need to hit a civilian sector, because there's more stores in civilian sectors. But that'll have to wait until next time, so join us then, won't you?